And action! Hey everybody, it's your girl Cheyenne here, back with another video. And in today's look, I am showing you how I came up with this Cupid victim makeup look here. He got me real good this year. I got hit not once, not twice, but 3 times in the head. I feel like this is great for like a couple costume. You could be Cupid and then the victim. So I'm here to show you guys how I did this look and how I created these little arrows and got them stuck into my face. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I did this, then please keep on watching. Thanks so much, guys. Talk to you soon. Okay, so I am going to start this look with the eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and put my brows on real quick. For brows, I'm going to be going in with my e.l.f. brow pencil, the Ultra Precise brow pencil. Okay, brows are looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly set them with my little e.l.f. brow gel. Okay, so for this look, what I'm gonna do is actually carve out the brows, which means I'm gonna just put a little bit of concealer on a flat concealer brush and really go in and define the arch of the brow. So for that, I'm going to just use a little bit of concealer, dab that on the back of my hand, okay. The brows are carved, and I'm not talking about turkey dinner, okay? These brows are carved out. Now I want to go in and prime the lid, and for that I'm also going to use the Tarte Shape Tape concealer as the primer. And I went in with a generous amount because I'm a caring and giving girl. And I'm going to just softly blend that out with a concealer brush first. Go in with my sponge and smooth that all out so we can have a very nice base to work with. So after you have your base down, I'm gonna go in and set that with a little bit of powder. For that, I'm gonna be using my Maybelline powder foundation and then just lightly dusting over that to help with our blending here in a second. So I'm gonna go into my crease to start with this shadow right here and then kind of this fluffy, flat blending brush. And this BH Cosmetics palette picks up a lot of pigment. It's really inexpensive, but it definitely gets the job done when you want red eyeshadow in your crease. So here we go. I kind of stipple the product on first to lay it down in kind of the shape that I want, and then I go in and start blending it out. Okay, so to deepen that up, I'm gonna go in with this purple color in the palette right here. And I'm gonna just deepen up the crease a bit lower. So to diffuse the edges a little bit, I'm gonna go in with a clean little fluffy brush here, and then I'm gonna take this bubblegum pink right here and go in and softly diffuse the edges. Okay, so once we have this gradient going on, I'm gonna go in and cut the crease. And to do that, I'm gonna use my Tarte. And to do that, I'm gonna use my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer once again, and that same flat concealer brush. And we're gonna go in and carve out a nice, clean lid space. Okay, and so after you have cut the crease, I am gonna go into this Kat Von D Alchemist holographic palette, and I am going to take the shade White Opal. This is a really cool palette. All of the colors in here look like they're white, but they all have a different shift to them. So this one has a really cool pink shift, and I'm gonna take that on the inner third of the eye. Now to the center, I'm gonna take this bubblegum pink right here, and I'm gonna put that right in the middle. On the outer third, I'm gonna be going in with this L'Oreal Infallible purple pigment, and it is in the color Burst into Bloom. And that is gonna kind of just fade into the pink and purple that we had in the crease already. I think that putting this on with your finger is gonna help it have a lot more impact and color payoff. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back in with this small little Morphe blending brush and go along the cut crease and kind of just soften that a little bit. Okay, so I think that the eyes are looking pretty solid at the moment, so I'm gonna go ahead and give myself a little winged eyeliner. And for that, I'm gonna just be using my NYX liquid liner. Okay, so did my liner. Now I'm gonna move on to lashes. Ooh, look at those sweaty palms. These are from 8 Crown Lashes. I got these off of Amazon. They were, I think, $14 for 3 pairs, and they're faux mink, and they're pretty dramatic and very wispy, and they have a lot of dimension to them, so I thought they'd be perfect for Halloween. So I'm gonna throw on these lashes right here. They're super dramatic and wispy. Whoa. So these are gonna be pretty sick. All right, so I'm gonna throw these bad boys on off camera, and I will be right back. If Cupid had a victim, this is what her lashes would look like. So now I'm gonna move on to the face. I'm gonna get this skin looking extra perfected. I'm gonna go in with my L'Oreal Infallible foundation. I use this stuff like every single day. And I'm gonna use 3 pumps. Why not? It's Halloween. You can cake it on Halloween. And ain't nobody gonna say shit, girl. And if they do say anything, girl, they're probably dressed up as a cat. Okay, so that is a pretty good base to begin with. Now I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and highlight right up in here. I think that's pretty good. And I'm gonna barely touch the skin because I want to keep this really concentrated right here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and set under the eye, and to do that, I'm gonna use my Maybelline Superstay Powder Foundation, and I'm gonna just go in with the same sponge. And press that powder under the eye. Oh, I almost forgot to blend this in. Dark spot. Where? So once I have pressed in the powder into the areas that crease, I'm going to go in with a loose setting powder. This one is by CoverGirl, and just dust that around the rest of the face, because we're going to go in and contour next, and we're going to be contouring with pink. So we want to make sure that it's very blendable. So laying down powder first helps with that. You basically don't want to feel like any tugging underneath your brush. You want to make sure everything is dry and set, and that's going to help with all your blending. Okay, so basically what we're going to do now is a very exaggerated blush situation. I'm going to start with one of the blushes in this 10 color palette. It's pretty damaged, but I'm gonna go in with this Barbie-ish looking pink right here to start building up the pink color. And we're using it as the contour, so we wanna bring it up around the forehead. Okay, so that is good for that color. Now I'm gonna go into this color, which is even more intense. It's kind of like a fuchsia color. And I'm gonna take this right up here around the temples, kind of like flushing it out from the eyeshadow. Okay, and so I think I like the placement and the color of all of this. What I'm noticing is that my brow has kind of lost definition and my eyeliner got a little dusty looking, so I'm gonna go back in and perfect those things before I move on to my bottom lash line. Okay, loving that. So for the actual blush, because I'm calling this contour, for the actual blush on the cheeks, I'm gonna go in with a cream blush. This one is by L'Oreal, and it is pretty beaten up, but these are like soft cream blush. So this is what it looks like, and it's kind of like you can compress it. It's not powder, but it's not like liquid. So I really love using these with a natural fiber brush. And I'm gonna just get that on the cheeks and on the nose. Like so. Loving that. Okay, so now moving on to the lower lash line, I'm gonna start with a white pencil in the waterline to really open up our eyes. Oh my gosh, Cupid shot me. She's in full character right now. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm going to go into the original red that we were using and go with a small little domed pencil brush. Okay, so now with a small little angle brush, I'm gonna go in with the purple color we were using, and I'm gonna start stamping that closest to the lash line. With this, I'm also going to carve out a little inner corner hollow by just taking the angle brush and pointing it downward. So now with our white NYX liquid liner, I'm gonna go in right in this inner corner area to further highlight it and open it up. So just like that. So the bottom lash line is now done. I'm gonna go in with some bottom mascara really quick. Okay, pretty. So I'm gonna go in and spray my face aggressively right now before I begin to highlight. And to highlight, I'm gonna go in with the color Gumdrop from the Anastasia Sugar Glow Kit. And I'm gonna let this get a little dry first. And I'm swirling today. Nothing about this look is about to be natural, I'll tell you that. So that is good for the face highlight. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of nose highlight. And for that, I'm gonna use Starburst. If there's any day you're gonna highlight your Cupid's bow, it should be today. I'm gonna go in right here, kind of on the side of the nose to kind of extend the inner corner. Okay, pretty. Now I'm going to move on to the lips. And for that, I think I'm gonna start with this hot pink lip liner right here. It is called Pinky by NYX. And for liquid lip, I'm gonna go ahead and use Posy K by Kylie Cosmetics. Okay, so I think that Posy K was a little dark, so I'm going in with this lipstick from L'Oreal. It's really bright pink. It's called Fuchsia Flash. This is actually a dupe for Candy Yum Yum from MAC. So if you know anything about Candy Yum Yum, this is the cheaper version. And yeah, this is more of the vibe I was looking for. Okay, perfect. And also for gloss, I forgot about this bad boy, but this is the Rihanna 2 Viva La Glam, and it's purplish, pinkish, gold reflex. Oh, okay. You're not gonna wanna wear your hair down with this lip combo. And I'm gonna tell you that right now. One more thing I'm gonna do to the face before we get into the Cupid's arrow part. I wanna put a little rhinestone right here, and to do that, I'm gonna just use a little bit of lash glue. And just put it on the back of this little guy. I'm gonna let it sit there for a second. I do have this wax stick right here. It's specifically for picking up stones, so it's a lot easier than using tweezers actually, but I'm gonna just go in and stick that right on the glue. Okay, perfect. So moving on to the arrow part of this, I designed these little arrows right here, only the ends, because we're gonna assume I have been stabbed with the sharp point, but these are just small little paper straws, and then I just super glued some little trapezoid, or what are these called, parallelogram looking shapes. And so that is basically what we're gonna do. I have 3. I think we're gonna do 2 on the face and 1 through the neck. Yeah, probably the neck. So I'm just starting with some spirit gum. This is just a liquid adhesive. And this is what I'm gonna lay down before we get to our modeling wax. Then you're gonna wanna let this dry for just a couple of seconds until it gets a little tacky. And then I went and picked up this modeling wax from Amazon. It's just a tin of it that looks like that. And I'm going to use this spatula to pick up a little bit of the wax. And then I'm going to roll it into a little bowl. A little ball about this big, about the size of a large pea. So you're gonna go ahead and press that down right where you had the spirit gum, like so. And I'm gonna use the spatula to start pressing it into the skin, kind of smoothing it down. So as you can see, it is just sticking right in there with no problems. And because it's a straw, it's pretty hollow and light, and the wax is gonna help it stick right in there. So we're gonna repeat that right here and right here. So now that I have my arrows where I want them, I'm gonna go in with my little flash palette here and a stippling brush. And I am going to just do a mixture between the red and the blue to give us a kind of bruising looking color. Okay, so that is looking pretty good for the bruising. Now I'm gonna go in with a small paintbrush and just the red, and get really close up against where the arrow is coming out. This is basically covering up the wax. just want it to look like a red mound of pain. Because love hurts, y'all. Okay, so here is a close-up of how the arrows are looking so far. And last but not least, I'm gonna go in with some scab blood. I'm gonna use the spatula to pick up some of that blood. I got a little on my arrow there. This one keeps dangling by a thread. Okay, what I'm gonna do for this is I'm actually gonna put some lash glue down in here. And just hold it. And that is the completed look. We've been shot by Cupid. And yeah, it turned out really good. I like the way that it looks. And I thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one.